Xbox One X. So the Xbox One X is going to be the most 4K capable console when it launches. This is going to compete directly with the PlayStation 4 Pro. It will release for $500. And I think it only comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive. Am I right with that? Let me see.
For the Xbox One X?
Yeah.
I am
What's
not
the
sure.
size of the hard drive here? Let's find out. Xbox One X hard drive. Let's see. Okie doke. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Okay, 1 terabyte hard drive. Ooh. That's not, in the words of Will Turner from the first Pirates of the Caribbean, that's not good enough! So, funny story with the Xbox One X. This is not going to... So, you know how modern day video game consoles, they have this wonderful, wonderful way of installing 50 gigs onto your hard drive just from you inserting the disc in, right? They practically rip the game onto the hard drive. There's almost no point in having the disc except to validate it as you own it. Oh, man. So that happens. That happens with pretty much every game so far. At least with this generation. The Xbox One X, when you get an Xbox One game and you put it in the Xbox One X, your console will download an additional file for the textures and parts of the game that will make it look good in 4K. Do you have any idea how big that file is going to be for every game to make it 4K? And this is whether or not you have the Xbox One X set up to the 4K resolution, hooked up to a 4K TV or not. If it's hooked up to a regular high definition television, it will do this. Guess how large the file is? For every game.
15 gigabytes.
That's adorable. It's 100 gigs, Matt. Let's do the math. How many games... This is not including the standard installation that happens from the game, which is about 50 gigs. Well, let's go ahead and throw that in. So this is 150 gigs a game you're looking at. Not including DLC. How many games are you going to be able to fit on to a 1 terabyte hard drive? If it's too late, I can go ahead and just tell you what it is.
6.
Yes. 6 games on the included 1 terabyte hard drive. Because 4K, it's worth it. Here's an idea. No, that wouldn't work because Blu-rays can only hold 50 gigs of information anyway. So we have officially gotten to the point where Blu-ray is not good enough.
We're moving too fast. Our technology can't keep up with our wallets. Or our wallets can't keep up with our technology. Yeah.
That's really lousy that you don't have the option to turn that off. Because if you delete it, it's just going to reinstall it the next time you put the game back in.
I'm sure the percentage of people who play Xbox games, the percentage of them that have the ability to play with 4K is probably 1%. Maybe I'm being super generous, 5%.
And they're trying to say, like, hey, don't worry, even if you've only got like a 1080p screen, we're going to do something called super sampling, and it'll look even better than like games that are running at 1080p on the Xbox One S. I mean, that's probably the case. I mean, the PlayStation 4 Pro, there are certain games that run smoother regardless of, whether or not you're playing, or when you're playing at 1080p. Like, Last Guardian, I believe, is one of them. It just runs really, really smooth, 30 frames per second on the Pro as opposed to the base PS4. So yeah, you're probably going to see some performance differences between the two systems. The two Xbox Ones. I think what people are going to do is, if they want to play a game in 4K, they're either going to buy or build a computer that can do it. I will say that the $500 is a lot less than I thought it would be for this, because they did say it was going to be expensive. I was thinking like $700. But if people are willing to shell out money, a little bit more money for a true 4K experience, because not all games are going to run in 4K on the Xbox One X, is going to be more powerful than the PS4 Pro, but not quite what they were promising. Where like every game will run at 4K. No, it'll do some upscaling tricks with certain games. So, PSA from Level 1 Sword: if you get the Xbox One X, doesn't matter what TV you're using on it, it will download an additional 100 gigs worth of game assets to make your game look good in 4K, whether or not you're using it in 4K.
So you've been praising Microsoft too much.
I was giving them a little bit too much credit, wasn't I? That's how it goes.